Well, today, December 24th, the Christmas Day here in Vietnam, and you're watching our English news updates brought to you by VTV International. And here are our top stories for this bulletin. Vietnam-China seek a bond through public diplomacy, confirmed during National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hung's visit to China. As Christmas Eve is very near, we'll take a look at the Christmas atmosphere this day in the country. Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism announced top 10 cultural, sports and tourism events of 2015. The top news for the hour. As part of his visit to China, National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hung met with President of the Chinese People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries, Li Xiaoling, on December 24th. Chairman Hung highly appreciated the association's project to open a tour exploring the places where late President Ho Chi Minh once stayed and worked during his time in China. This tour will remind the two countries of the achievements and long-standing friendships of their preceding leaders. Chairman Hung hoped that the President Lee and the association will to make further contributions to people-to-people relations between Vietnam and China, with strengthening the two countries' friendship. Politburo member and president of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee Nguyễn Thiện Nhân visited Catholics in the Diocese of Buôn Ma Thuột and Đắk Lắk province on December 24th. He wished Bishop Nguyễn Văn Bản and the 420,000 Catholics in Buôn Ma Thuột a joyful Christmas. He also praised Catholics for their contributions to national solidarity, socio-economic development, and political security on a local level. On this occasion, the president visited the private preschool Hoa My, established and managed by the Congregation of Mary, Queen of Peace. In a meeting with the Committee for the Solidarity of Catholics in Đắk Lắk, he highly appreciated the activities organized by the committee in recent years for the solidarity of ethics and religions in the province. The Christmas Eve is not until tonight, but for many days, the atmosphere of Christmas can be seen in Hanoi. The capital city this day is vibrant, warm, and full of light and joy. The nice weather is also ideal to enjoy the celebration.
Christmas trees, decorations, balloons, and sparkling lights all make the streets of Hanoi burst into color. Nhà Thờ, Trang Tiền, and Hàng Mã streets are the most popular places to visit for Christmas this year.
The atmosphere here is warm and cheerful. The church is beautifully decorated. I really like it.
St. Joseph Cathedral is a famous attraction in the city center, so I think it is the best place to visit during Christmas.
This year is not as cold as last year. I prefer it to be a bit colder, but this is nice too.
This is the most Christmassy part of Hanoi we've been to so far. Seems nice, very nice.
It's a very happy time to spend with your family, with your children, and yes, it's very, very nice, yes.
Christmas used to be a celebration just for the religious, but it has become a day that everyone can enjoy. The streets and shops are beautifully decorated to attract customers to take pictures and capture their happy moment.
The two bikers in Dong Ha City, Quảng Trị Central Province, dressed as Santa to hand out Christmas gifts on request by motorcycle. These items received a lot of positive feedback, especially from children.
A pair of Saint-Nics riding a motorcycle instead of a reindeer-sled sleigh caught people's attention, especially the younger crowd. Jazzy jingle bells music and two friendly Santas create a unique Christmas in Quảng Trị province. This idea from the Dong Ha bikers brought warmth and fun to everyone this holiday time.
I'm happy that I can give gifts to the children. That makes them happy and makes me happy too. In Guangxi, Christmas is not as colorful and fun as in the big cities. That's why we wanted to bring a surprise to the children and hope that they will have a happy season.
Each evening around 6 p.m., two Santas get busy preparing to hand out gifts to children. However, they don't go on a sleigh driven by reindeer. They ride a motorcycle. The bike is decorated with Christmas imagery, including a Christmas tree, Merry Christmas sign, and reindeer. Little ones are eager to receive a gift from the Santas.
I am happy and surprised to receive a present from Santa.
I will study well so that next year I can receive many presents from Santa.
Despite the bad weather, the arrival of Santa's gifts for children has added great joy to Christmas in Guangxi.
And for Christians in the Central Highlands province of Dak Lak, there is even more reason for them to enjoy the Christmas season, as they have benefits from better living standards. We'll now visit a village in the region to find out more.
Like many other people in Sat-A village in the Central Highland province of Dak Lak, Inyun's family have enjoyed a good coffee harvest. Inyun's family are now drying the beans for storage before Christmas and New Year.
Last year, we produced just 1.5 tons of coffee, but this year we have produced over 2 tons. We're definitely much more cheerful this year as Christmas approaches.
The local community has taken part in building a 3-kilometer inter-village road as part of the new rural development program carried out for the past few years.
Before the new rural development program was carried out, we faced a lot of difficulties as there were very poor transport links. However, we now have a concrete road, so people find it much easier to travel than in the past when they have to brave muddy roads. The locals now understand the benefits of new rural development program. They have contributed both efforts and money in carrying out the program during the 2011 to 2015 period.
As the majority of the population are Protestants, the neighborhood will soon see a new church built.
People are encouraged to actively participate in government programs. This helps to develop the local economy and helps ensure a stable community.
Although many households in Yatul ward are still busy with their coffee harvest, they are spending time decorating their homes for Christmas. With a good coffee harvest expected and much-needed improvements to local infrastructure happening, Christmas and New Year offers plenty of festive cheer.
That's all we have for you in the Christmas scene. Now on to some economic figures. Vietnam's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, has risen 0.6% in 2015 from 2014, the lowest annual rise in the past 14 years, said the General Statistics Office. The reading is far below the 5% target set for the year by National Assembly. Vietnam's low inflation can be attributed to the government's good price management and low commodities prices, especially food and energy, economists said. The index was mainly pulled down by a 1.57% month-on-month decline of the price of transport services due to consecutive cuts in fuel prices. According to experts, credit growth this year could exceed 18%. As many as 7,900 new enterprises were established in December, a 20% increase over the past month. According to the Ministry of Planning and Investment, this number has raised the total figure for 2015 to 94,800 businesses, up by 30% compared with the previous year. Experts believe these changes are due to the 2015 Enterprise Law. However, authorities also said that enterprises are coping with the negative impacts of the economy. In the first 11 months, Over 71,000 businesses went bankrupt, dissolved, or suspended operations. Now, according to preliminary statistics of the General Department of Vietnam Customs, the country's trade deficit reached nearly $520 million in the first half of December, bringing the trade deficit from January to December the 15th to nearly $3.5 billion. Exports from January to the end of December 15 were valued at nearly $154.6 billion. Enterprises with foreign investment registered a trade surplus of $600 million. Phone and components have remained the largest export earners, while machinery, equipment, tools, and other parts still accounting for the largest proportion of imports. Now, cheap and fake imported steel is rampant across the country. While authorities seek ways to tackle this issue, several domestic enterprises have taken the lead in protecting their brands. From rebranding their outlets, improving customer services, to strong product quality consultations that help customers, all show businesses' efforts to protect their brands.
Kuang does not mind traveling far to buy steel products he can trust. He believes it is safest to buy steel from brand-name outlets, as there are so many fake products in the market.
5 years ago, I bought steel here to build my mother's house, and now I'm returning back to buy more.
It is easy to recognize this brand-name outlet. All the products have clear labels and safety instructions. Staff here wear protective uniforms, and buyers are given receipts and warranties.
These things help customers recognize us and come back more often.
However, it is not easy to build outlets with features that stand out from among the thousands of others. Steel companies also have to build trust in the construction industry.
When you eat a cake, you instantly know if it is good or bad, but still takes time to prove its quality. Our company wants to build credibility with contractors who work with steel on a daily basis.
Vietnam does not have established standards for steel products. This is one reason why domestic firms have set their own standards to protect themselves from fake imported products.
Up next, our Forex quote will give you some updates on the spot rates between Vietnamese dong and some foreign currencies in today's trading. In the next part of VTV News, Vietnam's Sacomman hydroelectric project improves lives of Lao residents. And Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism announced top 10 cultural, sports and tourism events of 2015. These and more coming up. Welcome back. Now, Vietnam is one of Laos' biggest foreign direct investors. Now, let's visit San Se Commune, Attapur Province in Laos to see how this Sacomman 1 hydroelectric project constructed by Sacomman 1 Electricity Company, Songda Corporation, is contributing to the socio-economic development and lives of local residents.
Washing clothes at home, bathing the children anytime with clean water. This could only be done after Ning's family moved to the resettlement area in Suc Savang Dak Bu. Besides Ning's family, 58 other households were affected by the construction of the Sacomman 1 hydroelectric project. After nearly 1 year, residents are now living comfortably.
The old village was poor and it was hard to go anywhere. We couldn't work. Now, life is much better. I don't want to return to the old village. Life there was hard and poor. Here it is more developed.
After a year living in the resettlement area, residents like it because life is much better. It is cleaner here and our children can go to school.
The Suksavang Dakbu resettlement area is nearly 700 hectares, with total investment capital of nearly $3 million. To help residents settle in comfortably, investors built houses, schools, health centers, roads, and power lines for each household. Additionally, the company is providing rice to 400 residents each month until the complete handover of resettlement area in June 2016.
For long-term development, we plan to restore their previous jobs. In the first phase, 30 kilograms of rice per person will be provided for 2 years, and we will build 2 agricultural areas to support agricultural production for residents.
In addition to the Suksavang Dakbu resettlement area, Sikaman One Electric Company is building a second resettlement area called Huaidum to support and stabilize the lives of those affected by the construction of the hydropower plant.
Now, the massive volumes of cigarettes being smuggled into the country are causing a large drain on the state revenues and are having a negative impact on domestic tobacco industry. After 1 year of implementing Directive 30 on strengthening the fight against cigarettes smuggling, the number of smuggled cigarettes has been reduced. However, smuggled cigarettes are still arriving in Vietnam in large quantities via southwestern border provinces. More in the following.
Traveling along Highway 91, groups of 2 to 3 motorbikes are laden with 1,300 to 1,800 smuggled cigarettes, heading for the central market at Châu Đốc. There is a $0.25 on each pack smuggled into the country. The smuggling is primarily focused on the southwestern region and is possible due to the long borders with Cambodia and Laos and the use of cross-border transport.
About 1 billion packs were smuggled into Vietnam last year and caused losses to the state budget of 10,000 billion Vietnam dong. This figure dropped to about 700 to 800 million packs in 2015. This may be seen as a good result. However, the level of smuggling and distribution of cigarettes still remains relatively high.
According to the National Steering Committee 389 and Vietnam Tobacco Association, the southern provinces consume about 85% of the total smuggled cigarettes, with nearly 55% consumed in Ho Chi Minh City alone. In the local markets and retail outlets, smuggled cigarettes are traded publicly without hindrance.
Will provide sufficient equipment and funds for the local authorities and forces to improve the anti-tobacco smuggling activities. For those cases involving criminal prosecution, the implementation of Decree 124 increases the number of cases subject to criminal liability in smuggling.
Decree 124 will become effective on January the 5th, 2016. The transport and trading of more than 500 packs of cigarettes will now be subject to criminal prosecution. However, the new rules are only expected to reduce the tobacco smuggling, not entirely eradicate the problem. In long term, there should be policies to assist local unemployed people to secure more stable livelihoods and prevent criminals from encouraging smuggling.
92% of health departments and labor unions in healthcare centers have committed to building a smoke-free workplace. In 2016, the Vietnam National Union of Health Workers aims to establish smoking prevention boards in all 63 cities and localities in the country. This was the announcement at a conference summing up 5 years of implementing the law of smoking prevention held on December 23rd in Ho Chi Minh City.
35 organizations and 58 individuals in the healthcare sector were praised for their contributions to the campaign of building smoke-free healthcare centers. One remarkable achievement of these centers is the establishment of smoking prevention boards led by their own directorates.
We highly emphasize the importance of solidarity among leaders, employees, and labor unions in our hospital in preventing smoking. We have introduced a supervision and marking system. Our doctors must set example for patients. First, we form smoking areas and then gradually eliminated them.
Currently, 92% of health workers say no to smoking. However, it is not easy to encourage patients and their relatives to stop smoking, though they are quite aware of the harmful effects of tobacco.
The union has trained staff in hospital labor unions in effective promotion methods so that they can raise public awareness about smoking.
Smoking is the cause of 30% of cancer cases and is the main reason for the male infertility. In order to create a smoke-free community, health workers' determination to prevent smoking is necessary.
Now on to some culture news. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism held a poll this morning in Hanoi to choose the top 10 cultural, sports and tourism events of 2015. The events are being chosen from a list of 15, including a parade celebrating the 70th anniversary of Vietnam's independence, the movie Yellow Flowers on the Green Grass. Regarding tourism, notable events are the exemption of visas for citizens from 6 European countries and the live broadcast of Sun Yom Cave by ABC News. Notable events in sports include the athlete Ánh Viên reaching the top 5 female swimmers in Asia and the 28th SEA Games. The Lâm Đồng province has taken the lead in the Central Highlands in expanding high-tech agriculture, which has resulted in the province achieving the region's highest economic growth rate over the last 5 years. Recently, the locality has introduced 2 new tourism models that incorporate high-tech agricultural farms in the local tourist agenda. Tourists visiting the farms will be introduced to the latest technological applications in the local agriculture sector. With the establishment of the 2 models, Lâm Đồng Tourism aims at developing high-tech agriculture and professional tourism side by side, then replicating this model in the future. There are currently 300,000 Vietnamese expats in Australia, and in recent years, tour packages exploring Australia have caught the interest of thousands more Vietnamese tourists. Let's take a look at this new travel destination in the following.
It is not uncommon to come across Vietnamese tourists at Australia's landmarks like the Opera House or Sydney Harbour Bridge. Vietnamese visitors to Sydney can also find familiar things at the Australian National Maritime Museum, where several Vietnamese ships are being preserved. The museum's guide also has Vietnamese roots.
This ship is a reminder of various memories in Vietnam, so its owner wants to preserve it to introduce to people.
Located about 1 hour by car from Sydney, Hunter Valley is a must-see destination for any wine lover. Vietnamese tourists are captivated by traditional wine-making methods, where grapes are trampled with bare feet. Visitors can also enjoy various outdoor activities in which they can see unique wildlife.
Tours like this help raise awareness about protecting the environment and preserving nature and culture. Australia is a multicultural country, so it holds a lot of surprises for tourists.
At this time of the year, Melbourne is soaked in the Christmas atmosphere. Melbourne is seen as a center of culture and art, with its various museums and theaters. The city's suburb of Footscray has also been dubbed a Vietnamese hub.
Tour packages visiting Australia attract many people. Vietnamese often care about culture and education in Australia. The low exchange rate between the Australian dollar and the Vietnamese dong also attracts tourists.
Recently, a new sightseeing tour by helicopter in Phillip Island was launched. With its cultural diversity and breathtaking views, Australia is attracting more and more Vietnamese tourists.
Still in culture scene, a painting road with a theme, The Ancient House on the Street, has been created on Lê Đại Hành Street in Đà Lạt City. The road will present a new attraction for visitors of the 2015 Đà Lạt Flower Festival, which will last for 5 days from December the 30th to January the 3rd. The stone wall along Lê Đại Hành Street will be covered by large paintings portraying typical Đà Lạt architecture, such as the Teacher Training College, railway station, and Bảo Đại Palace. Lê Đại Hành painting road took artists 2 weeks to complete and is expected to last for 2 to 3 years. The Vietnam Fashion Fair 2015 is currently taking place at the Giảng Võ Exhibition Center in Hanoi and will run until December 27th. The event brings together over 250 Vietnamese businesses operating in garment and textile products, footwear and jewelry, and beauty care services. With more than 400 stalls, the fair offers visitors a chance to explore creative and high-end design from leading domestic brands including Nhà Bè, Đức Giang, Mei Tan, Việt Tiến, Panasonic, and Nam. The Hanoi Fair provides a platform for Vietnamese garment and textile firms to seek opportunities to partner with international companies by advertising their products to both local and international consumers. In 2015, the export value of textile and garment industry reached $27.5 billion, up 11% over the last year, underlying its leading position as a key export sector. Now time to check out our weather updates. And that's all we have for now. For other updates, please log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. I'm Dai Chang in Hanoi, and once again, thank you very much for being here with us. Goodbye for now.